The cringe is real.
So, hi everybody and
Wait.
Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I have another study abroad advice video, and today I'm not alone because I'm joined with my friend Julia, who is gonna study abroad in Australia, Sydney, starting next month. Yeah, so I thought I would obviously have to kind of interview Julia on her study abroad preparations, like how does it work, the whole process of applying for studying abroad in Australia. Julia's doing like a semester abroad, so she's like a full-time student in Germany, but then she does like a semester abroad in Australia. Also, obviously, don't forget to follow Julia on her Instagram because she will obviously be taking us along with her study abroad, and she does like the most amazing content, so you have to make sure you check out Julia's Instagram. Also, before we get started, if you are interested in study abroad and you want to connect with like-minded girls from all around the world, make sure you join Girls Study Abroad, which is my free Facebook community, which I created so that anyone who is interested in studying abroad can just go in there and ask questions, get advice. So yeah, if you haven't joined, make sure you do so. Link is in the description box. So yeah, let's get started with the questions. When did you start like planning your study abroad, and like how far in advance did you start the whole like application process?
I've been to Sydney before and I just love the place, so I wanted to come back. And I started preparing everything half a year to a year in advance.
What do you love so much about Sydney where you would say like, wow, you have to go and study abroad in Sydney?
So compared to Germany, it's quite different. The lifestyle is totally different. So I come from a sports background. I come from bodybuilding and now CrossFit. So I love sports. You have a lot of outdoor gyms there as well as functional gyms. And it's just coffee shops. Food is actually a thing. So when it comes to like health foods and stuff like that, they all offer that in the supermarkets there. Yeah, lots of healthy restaurants, healthy cafes, just the whole vibe, and people, they're really concerned about their health in a good way. So
it's really like surfer and like,
yeah, it's kind of chill.
So can you walk us kind of step by step through the application process? What do we even have to think about with the whole like application process?
You have to check in with your uni. When does it make sense to do the study abroad year? When does it fit in the schedule? Because I have lots of modules that connect on to each other. Moreover, you need to check your partnerships that your uni has. I figured I had to do it all myself, which is quite a lot of work actually. And also you have to pay tuition fee. Yeah, tuition fee.
How did you find your uni? I mean, you knew you would want to go to Sydney, but how did you like choose your uni?
And a friend of mine that I knew from my previous state, she studied at the UTS, so that's University of Technology Sydney. And she studied medical engineering, searched into that a little bit. I also study sports and exercise science. So yeah, I just thought I would give it a go. And I found an institution actually from Germany that helped them with the application process. They sent my application, I just had to give them all the documents and all the stuff, and they all did it for me.
Like, how much did that cost, and would you like recommend?
Nothing.
That's for free.
Nothing.
Okay, we will link, just in case you're from Germany, we will link all the resources and websites we talk about. We will link that below so you can check it out. Would you recommend, even if it costs some money, to go through an agency, or would you say like organize it yourself?
Yeah, it depends really. You can organize everything yourself, but if you are still a full-time student or like you're working or anything, then it's quite a lot to organize. I mean, I love organizing, which is why I have a huge spreadsheet with everything on there, like student loans and application process and So yeah, it really depends what kind of person you are, but I think it's worth to invest the money anyways. The cool thing about my institution is that they also offer scholarships. The only thing they really want to like see for that is like an article, like blog articles you write for them to share your experience.
Ah, that's so cool. I love that.
Because I got a scholarship from the uni I applied for. They actually gave me like $1,000 discount for my student for my tuition fee. because of good grades. Now my student loan actually covers the whole tuition fee.
How much was the tuition fees? Because we always want to know how much everything is. So
yes, it is quite expensive since it's Australia. It is about 6,400 Australian dollars, which kind of converts to about 4,600 euros.
What are all of the other like bigger costs that we have to consider when like thinking about studying abroad?
Of course, you have to consider food and your accommodation. My uni, they actually offer housing, but since I bring my boyfriend, I can't really bring him into the student apartment.
So you don't have to like look for it yourself, because that's really stressful.
I mean, that is stressful. I did it before, so I kind of know the process. In Australia, they have Gumtree Facebook groups. They often offer rooms or things like that over there. A single room or a single bed can be about $200 a week. Also, what many people neglect is like costs for your phone, so your mobile provider. You have to pay for CrossFit gym, and that can be about $80 a week. The visa, about like $400.
Oh wow.
Pay for your Medicare, which is your
insurances.
Insurance. I think it was $200 something. Don't quote me on these. Flight obviously is expensive from anywhere basically because it's just too far away. 600 euros. In Sydney, similar to London, you have like this card called Opal card in Sydney, and you always just, whenever you enter the bus or the tram or anything, you tap. And when you get off, you tap again. It's like a prepaid card.
Like one piece of advice to kind of make it possible for someone to do it.
I would recommend making like a spreadsheet with it.
She loves like
because I love organizing. Also, yeah, and really with Australia, it's really just a money thing. But if you have things like we do in Germany, like BAföG, any student loan basically, that would do the job as well, because I get paid monthly from this student loan thing. Because otherwise I don't have like huge savings.
Can you take a part-time job when you study abroad in Australia?
You can actually also attach it to the visa now, because before you had to apply to work as a student, you can work up to 20 hours per week. I think they have a minimum wage of $18. I worked in a job like a nightclub venue, something like that. I think I got paid about $20 or $21 per hour.
And how did you find the job?
Actually, that was through a friend that I met at the hostel. He was also German, and he just let me know that they're actually looking for people.
So less than always like connect with people.
Many people just pay you for like garden work and stuff like that. I had a few like friends from travels that just did house sitting or stuff like that. Lots of cafe jobs as well.
I mean, I know that you're really excited because Sydney is like your place to be, like you love it so much, but is there any sort of anxiety, stress, overwhelm, anything on, and then how do you like deal with it?
I think there's always some kind of like overwhelm. Bring my boyfriend on the trip, and he's never been to any other country for that long. So yeah, we have to find obviously accommodation. We will probably book like an Airbnb or a hostel or something, and then I look for a real flat. When there's a flat available, like say for now, and I apply there and say I'll be there in 3 weeks, and they're like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, they're just gone. Same in every
gone. Yeah. Like I'm not a social butterfly, so it's gonna be hard again because in Germany I'm not like super social and connecting with everybody, but down there it's been different, so I need to get back into that mindset of talking to people.
It's important, especially if you're introverted like us, like be by yourself, that's all important, but also put yourself out there, like connect. Julia actually gave me really good packing tips when I went to Toronto to study abroad. So what are your like top 3 maybe packing tips?
Last time I only brought like a 32-liter backpack.
That's
so
crazy.
Very few things.
And you stayed 1 year, right?
I think it was 8 months in the end, but I could have stayed longer as well. So now, since I'm traveling with my boyfriend, we were like, every one of us is gonna get one backpack for like the carry-on thing. So one small backpack, and together we have one bigger piece of luggage. 20 kilograms is what we're supposed to bring. So yeah, I think quality clothing is important, because if you have very cheap clothing, that starts to smell really quickly, and you don't really want to wash every 2 days or something, or bring like a huge amount of clothing. So I always bring roughly about 1 week of clothing, because I'm gonna wash every week anyways. Don't bring real towels. The microfiber things.
Yes!
Because they take up so much space.
So those were all the questions. Feel free to drop down below like in the comments or head over to Girls Study Abroad Facebook group and like ask your questions, because I'm sure I can answer. Maybe Julia can also hop into the comments and answer some questions. So thanks Julia for being in the video. And thank you so much for watching. We really hope that it brought you guys some value. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks.